Hi everybody, welcome to the Self-Defense Chicken Coop. I believe today we're going to be doing some revision of what we have covered, putting it into a slightly different context for things that we haven't looked at, just so we have an idea of if something was to happen, what would I do? Would I be able to use what I already have learned to help myself? And this is new to me too, so I think without too much fuss, we'll get on with this journey.
Okay, hi guys. I've thrown my wife in the deep end because that's what self-defense is. It's you've got to be able to be thrown into the deep end and swim. So I'm doing this technique on my wife and she hasn't been shown it. Okay, and this is more of a domestic violence type act where husband and wife or partners anyway may be aggressive towards each other. And it doesn't, it doesn't even mean that one's always the aggressor. The other one can be the aggressor. And it's just the hair pull. We're going to split it up into three types because there's hair pull from the front, where you grab somebody's hair from in front. We're doing that today. There is the hair pull from behind, where you'll grab someone's hair and you pull them backwards. And then there's the one where you're dragging them along the ground by their hair. That's day 3. That's a really nasty one. Anybody does that to you, they should be locked up. So not that any of them are recommended, but that's absolutely terrible. So I'm taller than my wife because normally this is a move a taller person would do. They will come in and grab you by the hair. A shorter person coming up for the hair, well, they're right in line for a face punch.
That's going to happen.
Okay, so because we're going to go over and over and over this, all I'm going to do is just put my hand on top of her head. But it's actually a hair pull where you're going to grab the hair and pull it like that. So just to look after each other, because we're in this together, everybody's in this together. We're going to do this. So just step over here so the cameraman can get you in the light there. Okay, so I've got your hair. How are you going to get out of it? Okay, that's not going to work because your hair's going to come up with me.
Okay.
Remember, I'm grabbing your hair. I'm pulling your hair really seriously tight.
Pull back your little finger like we learned the other day.
Yeah, it's not bad.
And come across to the thumb like that. And try and get in here. It's going to hurt me a little bit. Yeah. And do that.
And do that.
Try and twist it back.
Okay, and now I've come in like that because you've opened me up. You haven't closed me off.
Okay.
You've opened me up.
Alright,
So perhaps the other hand should be the one coming up and turning my hand over. Yeah, see, now you're pushing me away from you. Yeah. I can't come up at you because you're pushing me away. Yeah. So we've learnt 2 things in that. One, that my wife has actually learnt the technique without being shown it. And 2, that there is a proper way to twist the hand and a wrong way to twist the hand. So, actually I did that wrong. There's a wrong way to twist the hand and there's a right way to twist the hand. Yeah. Okay, so, we're making a mess of your hair already. So, wife is going to come on here and, okay, you want here? Yeah. Okay, I haven't got much. Be careful. So, for our cameraman, I'll just bend down. There's her thumb, okay? That's what I've got to know is where her thumb is. Now the person doing this attack is already expecting you to do this because they're pulling on your hair and you want to keep your hair. So this is expected, okay? They're already expecting you to do that to protect your hair. So come down a little bit so that now they're having to pull it towards them rather than down. So you come down a little bit and in that, as soon as you grab them, it doesn't matter which hand is on top, you'll work out where their thumb is. Okay? Now that thumb has to go around that way. Always the same way that we always do it. The thumb goes down and the little finger comes up. So my perfect hand for that is this one. I had this one on the bottom I had this one on the top. So I will just slide them around so that I've got the proper hand underneath. And then we've got to lift that little finger up like we did before. Now it's going to be a lot harder on this because they can actually curl it. Whereas before they couldn't curl it because it was going around here. But today they can curl it. Now if you can't get the little finger, don't worry about it because you can still get underneath there. Okay?
Go for under the palm.
Go for under the palm. Now because it's on top of your head, it's really hard to get your thumb on top of their thumb. Okay? So we're not even going to worry about that part. We're going to get the hand, we're going to get underneath the palm, and we're going to twist it. Now that's going to pull your hair at the same time. They're already going to pull your hair. Then you've got them. And you can go, la la, I got you now. Okay? So they've already got your hair, and whatever they're going to do to you, it's going to pull hair. You're going to accept that, and you've got to say, well, if you're going to pull my hair, I'm going to be in control about it. Okay? So one more. You're going for the other hand.
That's the same hand.
Same hand, okay. So we go over to protect and over to protect. Now I've got the wrong hand on top because seriously you don't know which way the thumb's going. You can look at this hand and you can say, oh okay, the thumb must be going the other way. You haven't got that much time. Okay, so you just, whichever way feels natural. You're always going to do the same thing, and you're pulling it towards your head so that they're not pulling your hair. Now I've got to swap hands. So I swap hands, I dig underneath to her hand, I'm twisting it over, and then she's, get away. Because we're not being aggressive yet, that's later, we'll show you how to be aggressive. At the moment we're just being assertive and getting out of it. If it's a domestic violence act, you probably want to push them against the wall and get out of the house and go see the police. Okay? Because if this happens once, it's going to happen more than once, and you need to get out of that because otherwise it could get far more serious, and not just your hair will be lost, but it could be your life. So you want to get out of the situation, and then you want to get the police and get out of that house or wherever that is. Okay? So we'll swap over. So we're the same height now. There. Two hands. You're just instantly two hands.
Yeah.
Like that. That's your instant response. Because I'm pulling your hair, you want to go like that. Wrong hand.
Okay, there's a problem. How do I work out which is the right hand?
The right hand, back here. Okay, so like that.
Yeah.
We work out where the thumb is.
Yeah.
The thumb has to go down.
Yeah.
Palm has to go up, thumb has to go down. There's only one of my hands that can do that. This one pushes the thumb up. So this hand, if I go underneath, will push your thumb down and around.
Okay.
This hand, if I do it, is what you were doing first, where it opens it up.
Yeah, okay.
And it goes that way.
Alright.
So, sorry. There.
Yeah.
No, two hands fast. Bang.
Okay.
It's an instant response.
Down.
Yep. So you're really struggling with this.
I am. It's awkward, and I'm thinking if I'm in shock because I'm having my hair pulled, and then I have to think about it. It's tricky.
And it's obviously then it's something you've got to practice and practice and practice, because a hair
I'll
pull.
watch and watch and watch the video to understand the process.
A hair pull is going to be a very common act. It happens everywhere. You know, not only at home, but it can happen at a nightclub. It can happen anywhere. Anybody wants to get an immediate hold on you, the hair's a great one, especially ladies with long hair. Okay, so maybe today, although it's lady does self-defense, today it's going to be a guy. So it's man does self-defense. So any hand. Okay, so my immediate response is to do that. Now her thumb's on this side.
Yep.
So I want to use the hand that's already underneath to go under. So I'm going under here, and then I'm going to turn it round. Now if you notice, I changed the technique slightly that time to use both hands. So, okay, so we're going to immediately go to your hand to stop you pulling my hair so it's not hurting so much. Now I've already got the right hand underneath. So I'm going underneath to grab, but I'm also grabbing here. I can grab the wrist as well, and I can turn it with the wrist. So if you've got a reasonably stronger opponent, then the one hand mightn't be enough, but you also get a hold of their wrist and twist their wrist at the same time, the back of their hand, whatever. So I'll swap hands. There, much better. The only thing I would say that's bad about that is you're feeling your way. But the aggressor may not notice you're doing that because he's also tugging at your hair, trying to get you to go somewhere. He's calling you names, he's whatever. Okay, yeah, the aggressor is doing those things, so they may not notice all this touchy-feely, but you really want to minimize that to be able to bang, to do it. But immediately you want to come up, grab that hand. Now, nobody is going to grab someone's hair with a bent arm like she did. Nobody's going to do that. So at least take your side seriously. If you're going to grab someone's hair...
It's not something I'm in the habit of doing to people.
That's it. You're going to do it with a straight arm because you don't want to be head to head with them. You want to be as far away, the aggressor wants to be as far away as possible. So when I came up to grab like that, I hit her in the elbow because the elbow was bent. Nobody's going to do that. So you immediately come up and grab their hand. Now, I've got the wrong hand underneath again. No, I've got the correct hand. The correct hand's underneath. So we want to go like that. We'll grab the wrist, turn it. Oh no, I was back to front. You had your thumb underneath, did you? I couldn't feel your thumb.
Yeah, I might have done.
Now I can feel your thumb. So I've got to swap hands, come underneath and turn, and you're done.
Yeah.
So that's something to watch. I never thought anybody would ever do that. Grab someone's hair and have their thumb underneath, like that. It doesn't seem like a natural move to me to do, but my wife did it. So that's something that maybe you can practice as well if somebody hides their thumb, because then the top of their hand feels the same. Because you're feeling for the thumb, so that you know where that is. But when they got their thumb underneath, that side and this side feel the same. So if that's the case, then you obviously want to look at the other hand, because their thumb is going to be pointing the other way.
Yeah.
So two things happened there that I've never encountered ever in my life of doing this, is somebody grabbing you with a bent arm. It just doesn't seem like a natural move. And somebody grabbing your hair but tucking their thumb underneath. It just seems like a really weird hold, but it doesn't mean nobody's ever going to do it. So, you know, practice these alternatives. Hopefully we've been of help to you here today.
Yeah.
You've done a wonderful job. You actually used some moves that we used before to get out of it, and they were the correct ones.
So if it's been helpful for you today, then please share this video, because I think it has content that can help a lot of people, men and women, boys and girls. So please share, like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. Keep practicing.
Next time.